Hello, my name is Marcello. Welcome to the Source AV Design Group's YouTube channel. Today we introduce a brand new product from our friends at Meze Audio, the Strada, a closed-back headphone. In this video we will analyze the build quality, design, and sound performance of the Strada, tested with several headphone amplifiers and Dacs, including the Ferrum Audio or WANDLA HYPSOS 2 stack, the Ferrum HYPSOS, the Cord Hugo 2, and the Wu Audio WA22 and Macintosh MHA200 headphone tube amplifiers. I will also provide a brief sound comparison with another closed-back headphone as a reference for sound quality toward the end of the video in case you can't visit our store to hear the Strada. Stay tuned for that. So let's examine the Strada. Built on the chassis of Meze Audio's Lyric series headphones, the Strada has been optimized for dynamic drivers. The 50mm dynamic drivers with a 40 ohm impedance and a sensitivity of 111 dB were first introduced by Meze in the 109 Pro. However, they have been tuned differently for closed-back listening and performance. The drivers are made of carbon fiber reinforced cellulose composite. The surrounding torus is formed from a semi-crystalline polymer coated with beryllium, according to Meze Audio. This gives the drivers excellent stiffness, durability, and transient response, making them easy to drive, using precision-cut 45.5-degree grooves to enhance control. A copper zinc alloy stabilizer surrounds the membrane, helping absorb micro vibrations and reducing distortion with a THD of less than 0.1%. The cups are crafted from stunning exotic Macassar ebony, a dense hardwood featuring beautiful, rich, deep brown and golden brown striations, making each pair of headphones cups unique. The Strada uses magnetic ear pads with large, fairly deep cushions that are soft on the ears and face and seal well when wearing thin-frame glasses for those of you who like to listen with glasses on. The headphones are lightweight, weighing only about 330 grams, with a soft padded headband that arranges the cushions in a symmetrical cross pattern to help distribute pressure evenly, reduce heat, and maintain airflow. Let's discuss this stunning magnesium frame, which is hand-painted with 4 carefully applied layers in a beautiful green with a subtle metallic shimmer. Featuring exotic wood cups and a green frame complemented by copper-colored smooth adjusting rods, Meze demonstrates an expert use of color theory and visual design. The Strada gives me the visual vibe of walking through a lush forest in the Pacific Northwest, which I personally love. Of course, looks will be subjective to the given user as we all have our personal preferences. The input connectors on the cups are dual 3.5mm and the headphones come with 2 cables. One 1.8-meter Kevlar OFC cable with a 3.5mm jack and a 6.3mm adapter, and another 1.8-meter Kevlar OFC cable with a 4.4mm jack. They also include a PU leather cable pouch and a high-quality travel case for portability. The headphones offer good noise isolation and the clamp force is gentle on my medium-sized head. The deep memory foam ear pads with a soft PU leather contact surface are very comfortable, especially with the Alcantara-lined inner chamber. The headphones easily pass my look, feel, comfort, and build quality tests with flying colors. They are beautiful, very well built, and look and feel much more expensive than the $799 price. Let's discuss how the headphones sound. There is an emphasis on the bass and treble, similar to many Meze headphones, with a neutral mid-range that is less emphasized than the bass and treble. The bass, however, is not overemphasized, at least in my opinion, for most songs and production. However, it is definitely emphasized more than I consider neutral. The bass sounds fairly tight and hits very hard on Take the Power Back by Rage Against the Machine, from both the percussion and the bass guitar. The headphones offer an intimate sound, and although the soundstage isn't very wide, it's quite well separated for a dynamic driver headphone, with vocals and instruments clearly distinguished from each other on most songs. The detail is quite good, no doubt helped by the driver's design using carbon fiber and beryllium. The mid-range, as I mentioned, sounds fairly neutral, with no significant emphasis in the upper mid-range or the mid-range proper. Depending on a song's production, this can make vocals stand out less than the guitar strings, percussion, lower frequencies, some higher frequencies, and cymbals. However, it isn't as noticeable in well-produced, well-recorded music as it is in some less well-recorded and produced alternative and metal tracks. Listening to Unforgiven remastered by Metallica, the balance between the lyrics and instruments is excellent on the intimate yet detailed soundstage of the headphones. The impact of the kick drum and percussion is powerful, and the punch of the Strata remains a standout feature for those who enjoy a hard-hitting sound from their headphones. The electric guitar on this track sounds fantastic with good fullness, clarity, and bite. The headphones are less about dissecting music and more about connecting to it and experiencing it, though they still let you analyze the placement of each cymbal hit and every guitar string pluck if that's what you enjoy. For a more analytical listen, they could be paired with many of Chord Electronics products to extract even more detail and top end if that is your preference. However, for my taste, I thoroughly enjoyed the Audma Brioso, Ferrum WANDLA or HYPSOS 2-stack, Ferrum HYPSOS, or pairing the Strata with the MHA200 headphone tube amp from Macintosh, which helped open up the headphones mid-range a bit more, creating a very synergistic effect. Listening to Lana Del Rey's Love is beautiful with the headphones' intimate profile, making her vocals feel close and personal. Despite the heavy bass in this track, Lana's vocals remain well-balanced, sounding rich and ethereal. Listening to Pressure, instrumental by Ashley Henry off Beautiful Vinyl Hunter, the piano keys sound excellent and are well-balanced with the drums, which sit a bit lower in the mix than the piano keys and double bass. Listening to Starchild on the same album, Judy Jackson's vocals sound soulful, complemented by Ashley's piano keys, with Daniel's bass leading you through the arrangement and Ernesto's energetic percussion keeping the tempo. Listening to Tarov on the Cholcha Volcha album and the intimate soundstage of the headphones tends to make the different instruments on this track feel a bit cluttered at times, which is somewhat expected given the 19 or so instruments on this jazz funk track. The headphones don't sound bright, at least when paired with a Ferrum Gear and Audma Brioso, and they're a bit brighter in the treble when paired with the Chord Hugo 2, but expect a little more treble than what I consider neutral, so based on your preferences, careful DAC and amp pairing is something to consider. Listening to Moby's Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad reprise version reveals improved production, with more breathing room in the headphone soundstage and better layering of vocals and instruments in the orchestra, all with excellent vocal and instrument timbre for this price. Once again, the sound quality of the Strata is such that it brings you very close to the music. Yes, intimate, not a wide soundstage, but sometimes that's exactly what you want. Paired with the Hugo 2 or especially with the Audma Brioso, you can expand the soundstage a bit more to create more breathing room, but the intimacy and proximity to the music remain one of the headphones' unique qualities. Listening to Gorgon City's Doing It Wrong gives me chills, and the vocals combined with Gorgon City's epic bass lines creates a very emotional and powerful listening experience, where the bass can sometimes be a bit overpowering. However, people who enjoy a strong thundering bass will appreciate this track and headphone pairing. Comparing the headphones to the Sennheiser HD620S, another pair of closed-back headphones, to give listeners who may own these headphones or have heard them before a comparison of sound signatures. The Sennheisers have the more forward-sounding upper mid-range and mid-range proper. The bass is more neutral on the HD620S than on the Strata headphones from Meze. Vocals have a bit less body and a bit more clarity when listening to the HD620S. The soundstage of the HD620S is less intimate and a bit more separated. The Meze Audio Strada offers fuller, more powerful bass and a more sparkly treble presentation. The headphones differ significantly in how they deliver sound, with the HD620S sounding more neutral and less punchy, while the Strata sound is more exciting, intimate, punchy, and flavorful. The Meze Strada offers a more vibrant presentation with extra emphasis on bass and treble, which gives vocals a warmer, fuller sound. While both headphones have a smaller soundstage, the Strata is more intimate, bringing you closer to the music, whereas the HD620S trades that intimacy for a slightly more expansive sound and overall more emphasis in the mids and upper mid-range, as you would expect from a 6 Series headphone from Sennheiser. Easily both headphones can be owned since they are vastly different in sound, so hopefully that helps give you an idea of how the sound of the Strata compares to a very popular pair of closed-back headphones. The best way to know if you like the sound of the Meze Strada is to visit our 10,000 square foot showroom in Southern California, which has the largest selection of headphones for in-person listening in the USA. You can try out all the audio products you're thinking of buying to make sure they match your sound preferences. Another outstanding headphone from Meze. The Strata offers an intimate and vibrant music presentation that focuses on bringing you closer to the music rather than analyzing it, with warmer than neutral bass, a touch of extra sparkle at the top, which Meze Audio is well known for in its headphones. The Meze Strada is now available for purchase on our website. Visit us online, check the links in the video description, or stop by our store. We're always happy to help you build your dream audio system without any pushy salespeople. TSAV also offers an excellent rewards program where you earn points to redeem for discount coupons on future purchases, and we've expanded our financing options, so check them out and sign up for the rewards program today. We have some exciting videos coming this year featuring new product announcements, so please consider subscribing to our channel. From $100 earphones to multi-million-dollar home audio, cinema, and automation, TSAV is a hi-fi paradise for building the system of your dreams. This is the part of the video where we invite you to share your thoughts on the Meze Strada headphones in the comments. Let us know what you think. Until next time, friends, remember, let the music be your guide.